Bidders, widows, boss, ghouls, how are we all doing? Now, I try not to get caught up in drama anymore. I've tried to stick to debunking, or, even if it's not debunking, it's things like, the DR60 doesn't work, etc. And a lot of people have realised that I've calmed myself down a bit, because constantly just butting heads with people and shouting at them how bullshit things are doesn't help. So I've tried a different way, and the different way, for the most part, seems to be doing a bit better. For example, Colin from the Paranormal Files, Yasko, Haunted Nights. They've sort of reacted to my content and gone, oh, yeah, do you know what? He's got a point, and they've been more than polite in their response. I don't know, it just seems a little bit of a better way. There are some teams, listen, I can't be cordial, I can't be polite, I can't be any other way because they're grifting. They are as fake can be. They will never change, they are never open to learn, they are never open to the possibility that people ain't stupid and can see through the content. And for some bizarre reason, whilst I am probably the calmest I have ever been while doing this, I am now getting called out as being toxic, bully, etc, etc. So before I play anything, let's lay some groundwork. A few months ago, there was a guy called Zach Vlogs would turn up in my he turned up in my live stream one day, and my live streams are very little to do with the paranormal anymore. They're a hangout for the community, where it's kind of high energy, me smashing buttons everywhere, banning people, and more comedic than what I do as a debunker. And that's by design, because I watched some of my live streams back where I got angry at people and where I was ranting at people and finger wagging and all the rest of it, and I didn't like what I was seeing. So we made a conscious decision, me and the moderation team, to say if somebody comes in and just starts shitting all over a feel-good live stream where people are coming in to get wished a happy birthday, to get buttons played and all the rest of it, kick their asses out. Let's not let one or two people bring down the entire mood of the stream, because when people call me out, I fire back. And because it pisses me off, it changes the dynamic of the live stream. And I think that's fair enough. The live streams are for the community. So Zach Vlogs comes in. I can't even remember what he says or who he was defending, but it didn't fit with the flow. So I was like, get him out of here, ban him. I might even have banned him myself. I can't remember, because I didn't even realise the guy had a channel. And this is where this all go into. This is all about me, I. Pick me. I could do with the views. I'm going to pick a fight for views, which is what him and another has done. Now, this is my second video, because my initial video was made with a bit of anger and a bit of venom, and Zach Vlogs is expecting a certain video today, and Zach Vlogs is expecting a certain reaction from me today, because I threw out a red herring. I threw out a thumbnail with him wearing clown makeup and all the rest of it, come in tomorrow, because I knew he was stalking inside of my Facebook group. So I painted him as a clown because he put a clown nose on me. What is good for the goose is good for the gander, that bollocks, because it's a red herring. I wanted him to come out of his little hidey hole, and whoever else is supporting him, and show their true colours, because what these people don't realise is Twitter is accessible to everyone. I'm on Twitter, and for you and your friend the Paranormal Patch to sit there calling me toxic, nasty, a bully, whilst using words like Beardo can suck a dick, Beardo is a twat, and things like that, you're undermining yourself. That's the Paranormal Patch. She thinks she's some sort of teenage gangster girl. You're not. They've been on Twitter, and then she's basically started this big rant, and I'm going to read that, and then he has decided he's going to help her out, back her up for whatever reason. It's nothing to do with him, because nobody cares. The Paranormal Patch video was made months ago, and before anyone jumps in to defend this poor girl, she went into a Chesadoodle live stream, or a premiere, to defend a team that Doodle had found, with some weird things going on in their video, and it wasn't a negative video as such. It was more of a, you could do this, you could do that better, because Doodle doesn't go as hard as I do. And the Paranormal Patch is in there, running her mouth a little, nothing too out there, but says the words, one of y'all need to be watching my channel to see the real paranormal. So guess what I did? At her request, I looked at her channel. And when I saw an introduction of somebody chewing gum and is flopping about in their mouths while they're talking, I'm like, you want to talk about professional and upping the quality and we need to check you out? spit out the gum. And then she offers a friend up to a demon and then tries to tell me, or the viewing audience, that she has a pet demon. A pet demon. And if you go and look at her Twitter, it is ridiculous. She's been possessed numerous times, she has an attachment, and she's getting called out long before I had anything to do with that video. And that video has now been made private. And the video has been made private because these pair seem to be hell-bent on getting me to say their names, on getting me to react to them, to pick some sort of fight to make them relevant. If you want to make yourselves relevant, make better content. It's as simple as that. To have one of them, Zach, post something like, "My content is dead anyway, I may as well go for it, lol," speaks volumes. Now, you have worked with some of the big fakers in the paranormal world, and that's why you're pissed. But then to put out a tweet in Twin Paranormal, in Oh My Gosh, in Haunted Nights, and people that have not reacted too negatively to me, in Yasko, who attends my live streams, to try and gain some clout while calling me a clout chaser. It's almost hilarious, but it's not funny. So then this guy brings out a video, debunking a debunker with Haunted Nights. And initially I was going to ignore it, but a few people have watched it and commented, and very few people have watched it and commented on it. So we're going to play the video. I'm going to tell you exactly where he's gone wrong, which is pretty much every sentence that leaves his face. And then we're going to look at some screenshots and all the rest of it. Of these people that think that I'm toxic, call the debunking community names, say that my community be shut down, and how they are in breach of the terms of service of YouTube. Even if you're trying to mass organise something over on Twitter, being a YouTube creator, doing that, atting people to come and report me to get my channel shut down is against the terms of service. So all of these screenshots are going to my YouTube partner manager, because you're not allowed to do this. While I'm allowed to have an opinion, while I'm allowed to make my reactionary content, and while I'm allowed to call out bullshit videos for exactly what they are. And this is the weirdest thing, I've never covered Zach Blogs. He turned up in a live stream, said something that was going to kill the mood, get shot of him. End of story. This is what, 6 months later, and these pairs start up again for no reason whatsoever, other than they want to stick up for large content creators to grow off them. They don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. But when you start atting all these people and trying to get me silenced and trying to get me shut down, you're damn right I'm going to stick up for myself, and you're damn right I'm going to come back at you. But you're expecting big, fiery, nasty, bad beardo. You're not getting it, because you're not worth the skin off my shit. You're not worth the stress. It's not even stress. It is two people in an echo chamber shouting about how bad I am and liking each other's stuff. It's pathetic. Anyway, into his video. He does the Dark Knight thing. We'll hunt him down because he can take it and all this crap. Listen, if you think you're Batman, you're living in a dream world. An absolute dream world. I like Batman. I don't think I'm him. I'm not deluded.
What's up, guys? Today we're gonna hit a sensitive topic. Well, it's sensitive to some.
It's only sensitive to you, in all honesty, because none of my community know who you are. Why? I've never covered you.
And others, they're gonna be like, thank goodness somebody finally called this guy out. Now, what I'm referring to is a debunker. And
a debunker, like the church bells of doom, the end of time. And that's the sad fact is, nobody watches your paranormal content. I've got a screenshot of you moaning that nobody watches your paranormal content, despite the fact that you've worked with Oh My Gosh and a few of the others, and you think you're going to do some damage. How? But, you know, you're entitled to your opinion. Let's see what you've got, and let's hope you've got all of your eggs in one basket, and you have thought about this in a proper way. And please, for the love of God, when people are upset with me or calling me out, stop filming yourselves in your car. It doesn't look cool. Nobody cares. Why do this? What this is doing is recreating what Haunted Finders did. He got pissed at me, filmed himself in a car. Now this guy is pissed at me for no reason, so he's going to copy Tom and film himself in his car. There's no imagination in it. When did cars become the heartstrings?
There's 3 that I've personally watched. Now, these 3 debunkers, they go after the bigger creators. God forbid they do anything smaller, you know.
Let me stop you there. Zach, Haunted Truth that I covered, very small channel. There was a Exploring or Paranormal Joe. That was a very small channel. So let's have a look, shall we? Simply Who. Those will not be named. Small channel, 5k subs. Now, of course, I cover big channels, but Smug Puppy I've covered a number of times. Not a big channel. Really Haunted, I guess he is. The Fam, I'm not even sure what his sub count is. Most of these are big channels, so I can agree with that. Spirit Stalkers, I don't think they're a big channel. They're quite a new channel. Okay, so I don't cover small channels. What about the channels that I support as well? What about the smaller channels under 10k that I support? Because there's a lot of them. Some people I've helped to get over 1,000 subscribers, but you don't mention that. I wonder why. Mostly big channels there. Ghost Tech, I don't think they're an exceptionally big channel. Ghost Trip Investigation, quite a new channel, not that big. Angry Cajun, not a big channel. Yeah, Haunted Truth, not a big channel. Midwest, probably a medium-sized channel. This guy, Debunking a Troll, he's got a channel, small channel. Joe CF TV, is he a big channel? I think he was part of a big channel at some point. A brand new channel to Debunk, Exploring with Joe. Small channel. But then I promote small channels as well. I don't promote that many big channels because I don't like that many big channels, if I'm being completely blunt. So your first statement, your opening gambit, the zinger that'll hook people into your video, is an outright fabrication. I cover smaller channels less for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, the videos don't do as well. Simply put, you're going to moan about your content not doing well. Well, mine does well because I work at it, because I know what works, what doesn't work. This video probably won't do that well because nobody knows who you are, with the greatest of respect. The second part of that is smaller channels and younger channels are quicker to shout the words bully because you say something for the first time that they don't like. You need to get a dictionary and you need to understand the word bully. The people that are calling me a bully all of the time don't understand the meaning of the word. By definition, to have bullied you, I must have done something to you that you don't like. You then say, I don't like that, please stop, and then I do the exact same thing again. You ask me to stop and then I do it again. That is then bullying. To bring out content that says your demon pet isn't real, that TikTok house isn't real, that is a mask, that is a string, etc, etc. None of that is bullying by any stretch of the imagination.
No, gotta get those likes, clicks, views, all that stuff.
So does everyone else that's on the platform. Everyone that releases content on YouTube does it for likes, clicks, views, and all that stuff. Let's not beat around the bush. Everyone is here for one reason. Even if it's for one click or view, for one person to see your content, you're not uploading it here for storage. You're not making these overdramatic thumbnails for nobody to watch, are you? So what is the point of this argument? It gets brought up all the time. I don't lie for clicks, views, and all that stuff. Can the same be said about this video?
Right. But, they just get under people's skin on purpose because they want that reaction.
Not true. I don't think any single one of the debunkers do anything just to get a reaction from the people we are making these videos about. I could care less. Fake is fake, and that's about as simple as that. Now, this guy is claiming that he is a real paranormal investigator, but he's worked with Oh My Gosh. You know, Oh My Gosh seems like a nice guy. He does a lot for animals and all the rest of it. Cool, but his paranormal content is fake. It is a fabrication, and he's not honest about it. So, yes, I fire at things like that. And he wants to defend this, and then me take him seriously while he's sat in his car, so far talking nothing but nonsense, because I don't film things for the other side's reaction. I film things to show the truth. I film things that I think my audience will enjoy. You clearly don't understand that, and that's why you're complaining right now that your channel is pretty much dead. Your channel pretty much being dead is nothing to do with the debunkers, because none of us have ever covered you. Your channel is pretty much dead because of you. I don't know. I don't look at your channel. I've never watched your content apart from this. If your channel is dying, if nobody is watching your content, you can't suddenly switch and be like debunkers this, debunkers that. Your channel is dying and dead without the debunkers' involvement because of you. So either there's something wrong with your content, people are bored of it, or your big friends shouting you out just wasn't enough. You see, I shout out small channels all the time. Those small channels will come back and thank me and say, hey, I got this many subscribers from you shouting me out. I appreciate that, thank you. Look at all these, my views have gone up. The likes have gone up and it's continuing and the channel is starting to grow. Thank you. And I'm like, don't thank me for that. That is all you. All I can do is say, hey, go and check this channel out. I don't control then if they subscribe, if they watch, if they like, if they hang out in premieres, etc. Beyond me saying, go check that channel out, everything then is up to the channel. Omar has worked with you and a few other large channels have worked with you, which has given you an inflated subscriber count compared to your view ratio. If people haven't stuck around after your collaborations, it's on you, not anyone else.
Well, you're going to get that reaction today. Now, nobody...
You're not giving me that reaction today because I've never covered you. You are picking a fight for no good reason other than you got your feelings hurt when you got kicked out of a live stream for not following the rules of a live stream. Every live streamer, every content creator has rules and where they stop, the banter, things like that. It's quite hard to get banned from my lives, so again, that's your fault.
He's ever covered me, and that's fine. I don't really care about all that.
And that's fine. That's what this is about. This isn't about calling me out, holding me accountable. This isn't about any of those things. This is about pick me, pick me. Why haven't you picked me? Right, fine, you're a bully because you haven't picked me.
That, none of my stuff's fake.
I wouldn't know the answer to that because I've never watched your content, and I'll never know the answer to that because I am never watching your content. You've already had too much of my screen time and my attention with the last few days worth of your piss poor behaviour.
But they recently went after quite a few people that I personally know, and one of them is Haunted Nights, which I will link their page down below.
Went after Haunted Nights. Now, I get asked to look at channels quite a lot. These guys' names were always in there. Doesn't necessarily mean I looked at them for fakery. People were like, some people, or a lot of people, like Haunted Nights. A lot of people think Haunted Nights are faking. And the important thing here is, I never actually said the words, I think these guys are 100% fake. I thought maybe they misreading the equipment. I complimented them on the introductions, the history sections, the camera work. I complimented them on everything that needed to be complimented on. I thought I did a very fair analysis of the channel. And so did they, because they came into the comment section with kindness, with care. So why is he making this video? So he can at Haunted Nights because they got 83,000 subscribers. That's why. To call me a clout chaser, to be insinuating I'm some form of clout chaser while atting people, to clout chase, can you see where the issue is there? Zach, can you?
Now, I personally know Stephen Dillon. I've hung out with them, been around them. They have no reason to fake paranormal. They have no reason to...
Money, 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 money. Must be the money. Woo! The reason that people fake the paranormal content, Zach, is money. Pure and simple greed. I'm not saying that's them, but for the most part, people fake their paranormal content for money. There's the reason. This is not a well-constructed argument.
To do anything other than be genuine. So this video really irritated me. Now,
it didn't irritate the creators, so I don't understand why you're bumping your gums.
I know some are not going to respond. Some just, push it to the side. But these debunkers need to be held accountable.
I agree. I get held accountable all the time. I get pulled up by people all of the time. And do you know what happens when I get pulled up and I know that I'm in the wrong? I issue apologies, I pin messages, and I correct those wrongs.
Today, we're going to hold one of them accountable. And we're going to break down his video.
Oh no, I am shaking in my boots.
Now, the one thing that I noticed that really bothered me is how many comments actually said, I've been waiting for you to do Haunted Nights.
And there is why I covered Haunted Nights, because people have been asking for it. Maybe you don't understand that because, well, nobody watches you. Harsh, but true. And this is from your own words about you whinging about your channel not doing so well over on Twitter to the paranormal patch.
Now that shit's mind-blowing to me. They're one of the most genuine people when it comes to paranormal, and they're very knowledgeable.
in your opinion. You're gonna go into the realms of his opinion. It's only his opinion, whilst this is only your opinion.
And what they do. That's the other thing I wanted to touch on. When you go to these comment sections of these debunkers, they are some of the most toxic.
They are some of the most toxic. Right, let's read these comments, these toxic comments that he's found and he's put on screen for everyone to see, to show just how bad I am and just how bad this community is. Right, Gumba commented, that guy's 100% holding that recorder, knowing full well how it works with the hopes to produce content. As soon as they do that and are so keen to jump to it being a voice, it's obvious that they're putting content above a well-meaning investigation. How toxic. Wow. Look at all the bad language and the insults and... Alright, maybe he slipped it with his finger or something. This is the wrong one. Comment from Giselle. Faking by omission. Love that. That's a fair analysis. Hoping people don't notice. How toxic. How nasty. How bloody dare they... Oh, that's not... Oh, maybe it's this one. Neil Thompson. Finally, I've been waiting for someone to do something on them. Oh, is that it? Is that the levels of depravity that this horrible toxic community fall into? Is that you're going to call us toxic and this is the best you could come up with?
Most blinded people.
Joe Kaiser Caden. Thank you, Beardo. I've been waiting for a long time to see this debunk and I haven't seen any other debunker that has come for Haunted Nights. How toxic. How blinded these people are by me. This is clout chasing at its finest.
Ever. Like, do they even know what ghost hunting is? Now, I know debunkers are just failed ghost hunters. I know.
Excuse me? You're the one complaining that your videos don't get any views. You have 28,000 subscribers and 100 people watching your content. And I'm a failed paranormal investigator. Strange, because my paranormal investigation videos, they do okay considering I'm not primarily a paranormal investigator. Again, you're talking out of your rear end.
Know this? They can't actually make a ghost hunting video to save their life.
That's quite insulting, to be fair. You want to say things like you're cordial to people and you're polite and all the rest of it. You've just insulted all the debunkers that do ghost hunting. Now, just because we don't overblow everything and throw shit and pull things and mask things and all the rest of it, but we still somehow manage to make entertaining content at these paranormal locations with fuck all happening, that makes us poor content creators. Wow, quite the opinion of somebody that nobody watches or nobody knows. And if you don't put Zach Vlogs 1 in the YouTube chat, this guy doesn't even show up. Almost like he's been shadow banned. Could it be that YouTube have looked at his inflated subscriber count and then looked at his view count and think, that don't add up, let's not promote this guy? Possible. I'm not saying that's the case, but it's possible.
So they got to go after others, especially the bigger creators, because we go back to, you just want those likes, clicks, views, right?
So does everybody else. So do the big creators that you're sticking up for. So do you.
And that's all they go after. Demon, demon, demon. But yeah.
Because that's what's trending amongst the fakers right now. And you're going to say, but you've used a demon in your thumbnail, Beardo. You've used a demon in your title. Yes, I have. Because I went to a house, the Jumanji house, that was rumoured to have a demon haunt in there. And I went there to either prove or disprove. I had some experiences there. Nothing demonic. That's why I cover it. And I'm going to teach you a new word here. Sarcasm. Sometimes debunkers are very sarcastic, and we will use demon as a way of mocking, bit of friendly banter, but that's probably gone straight over your head.
At some of them, including their little friends, I know some of them, they've collabed with people that use demon.
Oh no! If a friend of mine works with somebody else that has used demon in the title, how in the hell does that come back on me? You are reaching far beyond your grasp.
So I'm really confused by that, but we're not going to get into...
You seem to be confused by a lot of things, because so far everything you've said is either a lie or a really, really stupid misunderstanding. You've said I only target large channels. Well, I've proved that I don't.
That today. This is specifically about Haunted Nights video. But yes, I am sitting on the toilet.
Really? You're gonna make a joke about my channel being crap while sat on a crapper? This is the second video I've seen today of somebody filming themselves in a toilet. And I'm scummy, and I'm nasty, and I'm cheap, nasty, and horrible, and all these other things. You're sat in a toilet to make a joke. Bravo.
Because that's what I think of your shitty review on Haunted Nights. Now let's get into today's video.
Okay, so we're 3 minutes and 22 seconds in. All the rest was an introduction. Well done.
It's pitch black. Alright.
What have you done to this video? How have you taken a 4K video and turned it into a potato video? What did you do here? This is why nobody's watching your shit. Because if the rest of your content, quality-wise, is this bad, instantly, when you turn a video on and you're met with that buzzing that's in the background of this that's not in the original video, people turn off. Audio is far more important than what you're actually seeing on YouTube. You don't understand that. That's why your channel is floundering. What is this?
Let's do a session here. I'm gonna do a quiet one first and
DR60. It started off so well, and then 4 minutes in, he pulls out a DR60. Now, maybe, like I said at the beginning of the video, they don't know any different the teams are using and think that this is a legitimate tool. Haunted Nights, 4 minutes in, and I'm enjoying your content. It looks fantastic.
How nasty of me. How rude. How uncouth.
The introductions were great. The history was great. And then you pull out a DR60, which, you know, it's a broken piece of kit. It was broken for what it was intended for.
Hence why it was recalled. And then he puts a little bit of text on screen there. There's nothing wrong with the DR60. Right, this will be me pulling apart your next big play. There was something wrong with the DR60. It was recalled by Panasonic for being broken, not for communicating with spirits.
It's not picking up spirits, it's picking up the internal components.
Now I'm going to stop you right there, Beardo, because you're wrong.
Don't you stop me. What do you mean I'm wrong? No, I'm not. I direct people to Kenny Biddle and whatever. The point is, you are now going to argue with fact. It is a fact that Panasonic was recalled. It is a fact that it was unshielded. It is a fact that it picked up the internal mechanisms of the machine. It is a fact that it stops and starts and tries to pick up voices. And when it doesn't, it tries to make sense of noise and turn it into voices. It isn't picking up on the ghost dimension. It is a broken piece of kit. Fact. 100% fact. And now you're going to argue that point with what? Because you use one? Or you've seen one in action? Doesn't make it true, does it?
It has picked up spirits. I've seen it myself. I've been around it.
Your argument against fact, science, logic is, it don't matter because I've seen spirits around it. I've been around it myself. I don't mean shit. That means that you're either misinterpreting what that box is doing because you haven't looked into it, you haven't done your research, or you know exactly what it's doing and you're going to just say, yep, I'm going to defend that because content, baby, and that money, baby. Woo, money, 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 money. Must be the...
This field is 100% opinion-based.
Untrue. For the majority, it is opinion-based, but there are scientific facts out there that cannot be ignored, that people ignore. There are pieces of equipment for fact that do not work the way the content creators are telling you. That is a fact. So that is not opinion-based. The SLS does not work the way the people are telling you. That is a fact. Scientists have looked into this fact.
100%.
It's not 100%. It's nowhere near 100%. You know, if somebody was to put some coins on a piece of paper, draw around it, those coins move and it's on camera beginning to end, could that be seen as paranormal? Yes. Is that 100% paranormal? Not really. There's multiple factors, so that would fall into opinion. But when you've got your EMF recorder and it's responding, apparently, to a ghost, that's not opinion. That's fact that those things don't work the way that people think. They are not designed for what you're using them for. And, you know, we're 20 years into these things being used. Mr. Grey has covered it recently. They're being used wrong. They've always been used wrong. But 20 years ago, when people started using them, they didn't know any different. But we haven't progressed past that. People have pulled these things apart to see how they work. The EMF field of the Earth will trigger them randomly. Bad wiring will trigger them. So it's not 100% opinion based for me, Kenny Biddle and Mr. Grey to say, this doesn't work the way you're thinking. That is 100% fact. You have to test these things for days in a location to see where hotspots are, etc. Some people hold them like this. Some people place them on things. That's not how they're designed to work. They're meant to be rotated and spun every degree, every angle over time. It's no good. If you want to find where your bad wiring is, or if your plug socket's live or not, they're an okay tool then. Tri-field meters are a bit more reliable, but even then, it is not proof of anything.
So there's no experts, there's nothing. It's all.
And that's where you're wrong again. You see, Dr. Kieran O'Keefe is a parapsychologist. He's got a degree, he works at a university giving lectures. He's a lecturer, a very smart man who did his degree in psychology, has transferred that into parapsychology. That man is an expert. Chris French, parapsychologist. That man is an expert. You want to go down the debunking route? Is anyone in the debunking community an expert? Well, Parple was. You see, Parple's main job, if somebody's main job away from YouTube is getting paid to do whatever, that is their profession. They are then an expert in their field. Parple is a video editor. Therefore, when that man pulls apart editing mistakes in videos that show fakery, he is an expert. Whether you like it or not. Simple fact. None of them claim to be an expert. It's you lot that keep claiming we think we're experts, yet none of us say it. But there are experts in this field. There are people all over the world that work for the Centre of Inquiry. There are people that work in various different organisations around the world looking at the paranormal objectively. Those people are experts in their field. You seem to be very, very uneducated. You have just done what the rest of them have done and picked up your video camera, gone to a paid haunted location and go, yep, demon. Because that's what you've watched, what you enjoy, and you think that that is what you should base everything off.
All opinionated. So all your videos, just like this one, is opinionated. It's not true. It's not a fact.
It is a fact. 100% a fact that the DR60 is a broken piece of shit equipment. There is no arguing it. So it's not all opinionated. Again, you're very, very wrong. You're very, very uneducated in this, and you're very, very misinformed. Or you know exactly what's going on and you are defending fakery. Pick a side.
And I don't know when you're going to come to terms with that, but
I don't have to come to terms with that. I know what I'm doing. I'm not an expert, but I know what I'm doing. Why? Because I've been investigating since the early 2000s when I first watched Most Haunted and discovered the paranormal doesn't work the way that people are telling you.
there's no such thing as an expert in this field.
Yes, there is.
It's unshielded. Basically, there's a Kenny Biddle video on the DR60. Go and watch that if you guys do get to watch this.
Now, I didn't know who Kenny Biddle was until recently, in a few months ago. He was talking about the mag light. I'm going to tell you, this guy is 100% a skeptic on every single thing.
Yes, he is. He'll tell you. That's why he runs something called the Skeptical Help Bar. But Kenny Biddle, and buckle up, Buttercup, is an expert in the field. He is employed by the Centre of Inquiry to investigate the paranormal, whether that be UFOs, Bigfoot, or ghosts. I've just undone your every argument. We are 4 minutes and 55 seconds in, and everything you've said so far is incorrect.
I do not encourage you to go watch his stuff if you believe in spirits and ghosts, because
you're in danger of learning something, and you're in danger of learning to investigate in a better way.
he doesn't believe in it. It's purely dumbness.
It is purely dumbness to look at somebody from a scientific background that works for an organisation that specialise in looking into the paranormal. The Centre for Inquiry have a huge prize pot for somebody that can prove the paranormal or that prove psychic mediumship, etc. There are numerous prize pots around the world for proof. Do you know how many people have claimed those prize pots? None. And you're saying that that is more dumb than you sat in your car giving arguments that can be shot down every time words escape your face. You have not made yourself look good here at all.
In my opinion.
And your opinion is completely and utterly wrong. If you want to be a smart man, if you want to argue fairly, fine. Go and watch Kenny, understand what Kenny is saying, and then form an opinion based around that and be like, whilst I may disagree, he has none of that. It's just dumbness.
Like, he tries to break every little thing down, and it's just so stupid.
Yeah, it's really stupid of him to spend money on buying the devices that people use, or people sending him these devices in, for him to take apart, for him to find out how they work, what the flaws are, and if they could, in fact, actually be used for paranormal investigating. That's stupid.
Like, there is spirits in this world. There's ghosts in this world. There's demons in this world. And for you to try to tell people that they're not hearing or seeing what they're actually seeing or hearing, is stupid.
No, this entire comment is stupid. Now, you clearly watch us. You clearly lurk about in Facebook groups where you're not welcome. So you will be aware both myself and Kenny Biddle have said to people, if you believe you're being visited by a loved one, your mum, your dad, your dog, your grandparents, your son, your daughter, your cousin, your aunties, uncles, Aunt Fanny, whoever, and that makes you feel better, we'll never tell you it's not. Have at it, as long as it makes you feel good. We're all on board. If it's scaring you, then send us whatever you've got, tell us what's going on, and maybe we'll be able to help you out so you can sleep better at night. And your argument to all of that is stupid.
And I don't believe in, I don't agree with that at all. Like, I just, get it together. Don't endorse somebody that doesn't even know what they're talking about.
Kenny Biddle does know what he's talking about. You're trying to shoot down people that are smarter than you. No offense, but you've just filmed yourself sat in the toilet and going, your video's shit because I'm on a shitter. And then you're going to pull apart people that have spent time, effort, done their research, that keep learning, that like to pass on the education onto others for free. And your argument is, that's stupid. Try looking in the mirror, pal.
Because I'd be interested to see how
And what have you done to my video? Why does it sound like this?
you react to a debunk of the DR60, because I'm not inherently calling you guys fake. I'm not saying you know
How toxic?
that the DR60 is bollocks.
How
Although
bad
a lot
of me?
people do, and they still use it anyway. I'm going to withhold that judgment on you guys for now.
How toxic and nasty of me to withhold my judgment on somebody using a broken piece of equipment. How nasty.
Just because you don't believe in it, Beardo, doesn't mean everybody else doesn't need to believe in it.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is people need to understand that it is a broken piece of kit that was recalled, that it's not fit for purpose. If you have an EVP recorder, whatever the brand, you record yourself asking a question, and when you play it back, your own question sounds like garbled dog shit. That EVP recorder is not fit for purpose. Fact. But that argument, stupid.
Again, this is 100% opinion based.
2 rooms, please. I'll take 2 rooms for the night. I don't want to share a room with him. I just heard a female voice. I just heard a female voice.
Now, whatever that was there. It sort of resonates with the echo of the place.
How toxic of me.
I guess there's that sound. You can tell when something's overlaid most of the time. It didn't sound overlaid, but I don't know if that was a female voice. Bearing in mind that right now they're in a bowling alley. Inside of, they're going to have fridges, drinks, and cookers, and all that sort of thing. What that almost sounded like to me was, the tops of the doors. You got those magnets or those hinges that close the doors. It sounded like one of them squeaking. I'm not saying that that's exactly what it is. If anything, it went, but to me, it didn't sound like a female voice.
Now, Beardo, you're saying it doesn't sound like a female voice, but then you go on to say what it sounds like, which is okay. That's your opinion on how you think how it sounds. But then you backtrack and say, well, I can't say that's what it is. So why even speak on something if you don't know what it is?
You have just said the words 100%. The paranormal field is all opinionated. So by this argument, if somebody talks about something that they are not 100% of what they know what it is, you shouldn't speak on it. So therefore, you shouldn't be speaking on the paranormal by your own definition, yeah? Can you see where I'm going with this, Zach? Can you see why your video is nothing but 12 minutes of nonsense and you trying to set up an argument, but then losing your own argument with things you've already said? I don't even have to do anything here. Anyone with an ounce of common sense can see that you're trying to get a reaction. Well, here's your reaction. And you're probably disappointed that it isn't the one you want.
To them, it sounds like a female voice. To me, it sounds like a female voice.
And to me, it didn't. Now, logically, what is it? In a bowling alley that's probably got drinks machines, vending machines, ice buckets, and all of this stuff in a building with numerous doors that's open to the public that will have to have fire closure systems in place. Logically, what was that noise? Was it a ghost? Or was it something in a building that's being used and has power? Nothing toxic, nothing wrong with saying It's probably the logical conclusion, because these guys didn't go anywhere and try to move some doors. Hey, that's what that noise was. Hey, we haven't been able to recreate that noise. That could be paranormal. They didn't do any of that. It's just, ooh, female voice. And I'm toxic for pointing out that that wasn't a voice.
But why speak on something if you don't even know what it is?
You're doing it. This entire video so far has been you talking about a subject that you clearly have no clue about.
When they're there at the time, I can understand why they would think that was a female voice. I don't think there's anything sort of fake with that.
How toxic. How nasty of me.
I just heard a female voice. That literally sounded like somebody singing. Because again, this...
Cat ball.
Here we go. Again, with your opinion, a cat ball is just fine. It's actually one of the harder pieces of equipment to set off, in my opinion.
I'm about to do you a solid, yeah. I'm about to do you the biggest favour you've ever had. I am about to blow your mind. A cat ball is just that. A cat ball. It is something that is designed for cats. They are designed to flash randomly to attract a cat to play with it. And then once the cat hits it, it flashes, cat will chase it. They are designed for an animal with a skull that's about this big, with a brain that's about this big. They are not ghost hunting equipment. They are not anything to do with the paranormal. The only evidence of a cat ball being paranormal I would accept is one getting picked up and thrown at me. I say that in this video.
From everything that I've ever done and everywhere I've ever been.
Now, a cat ball is the hardest thing to trigger. We all remember one day I put a cat ball on there behind me for a video and it just randomly kept going off. I had cat balls because I wanted to test them out. There were 5 of them. I have none left because they were garbage. I gave one to a lady who wanted one for a cat because it came from me. The other 4 I left at locations for other people to use because garbage. After testing them for a while.
Same as the DR60, same as the SLS, cat balls, shit for investigating. Unless one actually lifts off the floor and gets launched at you, trash.
Beardo, let's be honest. If one lifted off the ground and was thrown at you, you, along with your little buddies, 100% would say it's fake.
Excuse me? I just said if one got picked up and thrown, I would consider that impressive. You just said if you were at an investigation and a cat ball was picked up and thrown at you, you along with your little buddies would say it's fake. If I was at an investigation and I saw a cat ball levitate of its own accord and fly at me, I would still say that's fake. You make 0 sense. Absolutely none. What a stupid comment.
String. Somebody did it. Somebody's in a cloak or a black outfit or something in the dark.
I would only call that out if I saw it, because you're saying this as from a position of me being there and the ball being thrown at me.
You debunk anything, or you put debunk on anything you don't believe.
When it's fact. When it's proven, yes. There's nothing wrong with that. It's no different to you and your idiot friends saying things like, that's 100% a ghost, a demon, because a fucking app said the word demon.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So why even...
That's crazy. I'm crazy because I will look at the logic before the paranormal. That's crazy. You filmed yourself in your car, you filmed yourself on a toilet, and you're filming yourself in a work van. And I'm crazy.
Mention something when all you would do is debunk it anyways, right?
Wrong. I am looking for the truth in the paranormal. Cat balls ain't it. If one flies at me, can colour me impressed. What are you doing? You're arguing with yourself. You're in a little echo chamber with yourself, but we'll get into your little friend that's also in that echo chamber that has no clue. Fucking pet demon, my ass.
The issue I've got here is we're 36 minutes in, and the investigation for the most part is revolving around the DR60 and the equipment they've got dotted around. Now, while I'm not enjoying it, these guys come across very well.
How horrible of me.
I'll be completely honest here. They behave better than a lot of people. They're
How toxic of me.
not shouting, they're not ranting, they're not raving, they're not dude broing, they're not
How disgusting.
making inappropriate jokes or anything.
I'm embarrassed of what I've done there.
They seem very pleasant, very nice guys.
Alright, Beardo, let's touch on that really fast. Just because somebody may scream, get freaked out, run, whatever, doesn't mean that they don't know what they're doing.
Yes, it does. If you go on a paranormal investigation, think something paranormal happened, and you scream and run in the wrong direction, you fucked up. You're not investigating anything. What you're then doing is ghost hunting for effect for YouTube. What you're then doing is creating some form of narrative of the paranormal is scary, and for the most part, it's not. These people are making thrill-seeking urbex videos while pretending there are spirits around them. Fact. And you're saying that if they scream and run away from the thing they've gone out to look for, that doesn't mean they don't know what they're doing. Of course it does.
Doesn't mean that they're bad. Doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
And who cares if they say the word bro?
Me. I don't care if somebody says the word bro. I don't care if somebody says the word dude. But when a video is nothing but people using dude and bro as pronunciation, or for a full stop at the end of a sentence, it gets under my skin a bit. And for the most part, again, put on your seatbelt, kids. I do it because people think it's funny. Comedy. People laugh when I get wound up by dude bro, so I do it all the more. Do you know why I do it all the more? Because my audience enjoy it. And if my audience are enjoying it, I'll continue with it. Why? Because I'm a content creator and I understand my audience needs. You don't. Because in your own words, my channel is in hell. My channel is shit. Your words, not mine. They're not your exact words. I'm paraphrasing, but still. You've already said your channel is kind of done for. Mine isn't. Mine keeps growing. Because I understand content creation, I understand my audience, and I clearly understand the paranormal better than you and your army of... who?
Who cares?
Me.
Not everybody's going to react the same. Not everybody's going to be the same. If everybody was the same, ghost hunting would be insanely boring.
Thank you. This is the first thing you've said that I agree with. Ghost hunting is boring. Well, ghost hunting isn't. Ghost hunting is people like you and your friends running around claiming that everything that beeps and triggers is a ghost. That's exciting. That's woo, yay. Look at it. It's not real. It's not real. Get your head out of the clouds. But I agree. If everyone thought the same way, there'd be a very boring world. Me having an alternative opinion to you should be welcomed, not mocked and ridiculed with you sat on a toilet. Every argument you've pulled out so far, I'm not even arguing against you here, I'm just using your own words.
That guy is. He's got to get out, or there's something different about him. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, literally.
I didn't get any of that from any of your experiments, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Guess what? Nobody really cares what your opinions or thoughts are.
Oh, who the fuck has put $20 up this guy's ass? You can say nobody cares what my opinions and my thoughts are. Haunted Nights actually cared. My audience actually cared. 20,000 people cared. What have you done? You filmed yourself on the shitter.
When it comes to certain things, actually, nobody should really care at all, because they're your opinions. But you want to keep portraying them on people and keep saying everything is fake or whatever.
Wrong again. I don't say that everything is fake. I highlight fakery, but how many teams do I promote? And this is what your argument is about. Let's scale it back to the beginning. You've wanted me to look at your channel and I haven't done it, and you're having a tantrum about a video that has nothing to do with you while saying it's nothing to do with me. This is embarrassing for you.
Right here, we'll go from there.
DR60.
Yeah. Guess what? Nobody really cares.
DR60.
Yeah. Guess what? Nobody really cares.
DR60.
Yeah. Guess what? Nobody really cares.
Are you here for me? Yeah.
Was that meant to be funny? Because it didn't land.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Spirit Talker. Personally,
Oh, here we go.
I've used all of the apps. I've used them numerous places, numerous times, done multiple testing. For me, none of the apps work for an investigation. Now, if people still want to use them, that's absolutely fine, as long as you're not misleading your audience via the app.
Now, I will say, Beardo, you did say they don't work for you, which is great. They work for other people.
No, they don't. People are either misconstruing them or are using them to fit their own narrative, and you're clearly not understanding that at all. Not even the app developers will tell you that these apps are 100% talking to ghosts.
I've used them personally.
Oh, yay. Because you've used them personally, I'm wrong. Sorry guys, I'm quitting debunking because Zach in his van here says, I've used them, therefore legit.
And you could call it misleading, but if they want to put it in their title, if they want to put it in their video, if they want to do that and it works for them and they have other stuff to back it up, let them do it.
No, and we'll get to that because you use the same bullshit in your videos. You've got the big red arrow, you've got things in windows, peeking around corners, demons. I think you've even got the Crypt Keeper in a red hood on one of your thumbnails. You didn't capture any of that. Therefore, bollocks, you're lying. Therefore, you are letting the application lead what you're calling an investigation or a ghost hunt. It's not the way to investigate.
Just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it's not going to work for everybody else.
You're misconstruing what I've said. What I've said is I don't like using them at all because it tends to lead investigators, and that shouldn't be the case. An investigator should lead the investigation, and the tools should be a side project. What's wrong with that statement? Oh yeah, I was waiting for an answer back from you, but you're clueless.
Just like this whole video, the cat ball, the DR60, and everything else. It doesn't work for you because you believe everything is not paranormal anyways.
Wrong, 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 wrong. You watch the channel, you've been in my live streams, you know full well that I believe in the paranormal, you know full well I've had experiences in the paranormal, I have paid to go to haunted locations and had experiences. I'm not the one to jump on and say it's a ghost 100%, but it's worth looking at. I look at other videos the same way. I promote teams that do good work and good investigations. I am a paranormal investigator, I am a debunker. I hold my paranormal content back by being so cynical. And then you're going to say that I don't think that anything is paranormal anyway. Wrong. And you know it's wrong because you used to view the channel. Therefore, you are lying. And you are lying for clout. You are lying for clicks and views. You are now doing all of the things that you are accusing me of.
So, why even make a video on people that are not bothering you?
Because it does bother me. It does bother me that when somebody says, what is it you do? And I say, the paranormal. I work in the paranormal. And they, well, like these guys, and they will pull up the channels that you watch and think are real. Because general Joe public thinks the paranormal is ridiculous because of Yvette Fielding, Zap Baggins, Omar, Mindseed, name whoever the hell you want. You're part of the problem.
That are not faking anything.
Like Omar. How many times has Omar been caught? You not only have featured Omar on your channel and worked with him, but you in your thumbnails, you're pretending to be Omar.
It just bothers you because you're using a DR60. Am I correct?
It just bothers you because you're using a DR60. Am I correct? You're wrong. I have never, ever touched a DR60. I have never used a DR60. I never would use a DR60. Why? Because I know they don't work. What is this statement here? It is on screen in text. You have put this out for everyone to believe as an argument stating that I use a DR60. I have never used one. I don't use EVP recorders because I find them too unreliable and too full of false positives. Other people use them, and that's fine. I don't pull their stuff apart. It's the DR60 specifically. Or when somebody is holding the DR60 there, doing this, which will create noises in there that it'll try to convert into a voice, and doing this. Because if you rustle your clothing, it gives false positives. Fact.
Now, I'm going to wrap up this video.
Good.
In conclusion, with my thoughts. The whole thing.
I know what your thoughts are. Squirrel. You have not argued anything well here. You have not done a single thing that makes me think, ooh, I should maybe change that. Ooh, actually, he's brought this to light. I find that interesting. This has been 11 minutes and 30 seconds of nothing except you undermining your own arguments and spouting lies. Fact.
Thing is, it shouldn't even been made to begin with. I think he's just clout chasing.
You atted Haunted Nights here. You've been on Twitter atting Twin Paranormal, oh my gosh, Yasko, Paranormal Files, and whoever else that I've ever made a video on. You're atting them for clout. And we're going to get into that because what you're doing is against YouTube terms of service.
He's just looking for clicks and views.
So is everyone else on YouTube.
He had nothing else better to do.
No, that's because this is my job now and I love it. Thanks for pointing that out.
Now, I've personally spoke with Beardo a few times, and
Careful.
I won't say like anything bad about his character, but I don't like his videos. I think he reaches too much.
Okay, Mr. Zach Vlogs. Let's have a look at your messages, shall we? Let's have a look at these conversations. How much you've spoken to me. I'm not going to show them on my phone while I'm looking at them because it's got his full name. I don't want to get done for, you know, outing somebody's real name or whatever. His first message was on the 18th of June this year. Hello, sir. Now, I've never been rude to, and our previous convo, you were only rude to me. Zach Vlogs, my question, why are you upset at me asking you questions? I wasn't being rude, yet you turned to automatically saying I'll destroy you and then block me. None of that makes sense. We're not rude to me. You came into a live stream where I had been trolled for a while and decided that was your ideal opportunity to pick a fight with me. Doesn't matter if you were rude, I had already had trolls in. So we booted the trolls. We assumed you were a troll because you were being trollish. I'm cool with having conversation. The thing is, you cannot get upset at someone for asking you questions. You question all these big creators stuff, but I question your video, so what's the difference? You came to a live stream to shit talk me. That is the problem. And I haven't replied to any of this, and he's still going. I've never been rude to you. Then, on the 19th of June, he sends me a clip of my own live stream, and then sends a further message saying that's what sent him into a frenzy. He has tried to accidentally send me my own footage and then a comment like he's sending it to someone else. That is some 16-year-old schoolboy stuff when they can't get the girl that they want. Oops, pocket dialed you. That's what that is. So I respond with, you realise you sent this to me, right? Also, why go live or post a video about me and then remove it? Because people were messaging me saying that you had posted a video or had gone live moaning about me. The reason I went off at you is you started attempting to grill me moments after a man that pretended to die turned up in the chat. A guy that had been slating me on other channels, yet he's up my ass on mine. I don't mind questions, but I have proved time and time again with evidence that these channels are faking. The live streams are meant to be a feel-good thing and a laugh, not getting called out by people. A frenzy, ha ha ha. And Zach replied with, I never posted a video about you. I definitely thought about it, and I was going to ask questions that I felt were valid. Look, out of all of the debunkers, you seem the most reasonable. I'm not. Far from it. The one that if a talk was needed, you'd be able to do it. I try, but I can't argue with stupid. So what upsets me is not necessarily you, but the way you as a host don't crowd control. I can't control 44,000 people. It's impossible. I ask people not to leave negative comments. If they choose to do it after that, that ain't on me. I've done my part. You can't control everyone or even know what they're going to see. But, man, some of these younger ones seem some of the comments, at least in America, there's a huge mental health crisis. Yes, I understand if they're going to post and make videos, well, the internet is not for the weak. Having mental health issues does not make somebody weak. What a horrible, nasty comment. Even older folks can't handle the type of bullying. Yes, it is bullying. Is it bullying for me to watch a video and then react to a video that's on a public platform? No. Like, I know personally, I'll never have to worry about debunkers. You're correct there, because nobody knows who the fuck you are. And I haven't responded, by the way, and then he sends another one. You've gone at least 4 people I know, whether you believe it's real or fake. Do you honestly think you are making a difference in the paranormal community? Yes. Short answer, yes. I can only speak for myself, even though I know others' answers, but I don't think you are anymore. I don't even know what you're talking about. You might have in the beginning, but now it's become a bully attack on people just doing their thing and making content. It is not bullying to say that is fake. It is not bullying to say that is staged. It is not bullying to say that piece of equipment doesn't work that way. Fact. Have you read some of the comments under your posts? Yes, they're straight up ruthless because people are sick of the fakers ruining the paranormal field. I highlight that. So yeah, people get a bit uppity about it. People are up in arms about it, and they were long before me. Maybe I just give them a place to sound off. Nothing wrong with that, because while the other side can have people going, "Ooh, you're so good at ghost hunting," that is them eating ass. There is another side to that coin, and the other side to that coin are people probably doing to me. What else do you want? I agree, some may need a different perspective when it comes to ghost hunting, which I'm all fine and dandy for. But again, it seems more like, okay, let's bully them into stop making videos. That I personally think is wrong. Who have I bullied? And you're going to bring up the Laney and Ben thing, and you've done that online. Or, sorry, the Paranormal Patch has done that online, on Twitter. Brought up that video from over a year ago from people who were in my live streams on different platforms trying to throw me off and then texting people and mocking me, saying they were fucking with me. And when I fired back at them, that was bullying. You lot have got this so twisted, or you're cherry picking to make yourselves look right and me look wrong. It is laughable. And then when I post that red herring thumbnail, he messages me yesterday. He messages me, I'm so excited to hear what you have done to see. What? Hear what you have to see. He's excited to hear what I have to see. Spotted Ghosts has just followed my Facebook page. Welcome in. Spotted Ghost this last week or the week before sent me some footage, not for me to make a video out of. They wanted my opinion on what looked like some weird light anomaly in a graveyard, and I gave my opinion of it. It was a private thing. I'm not going to get into it. I gave what I thought it could be, but said I can't tell 100%. But it looks like a light reflection off something. There's somebody walking around with a torch. I was thanked for that. Yet he is on Twitter, Spotted Ghosts, slating me to these pair. You people are unreal.
Now, he can be very respectful. I've seen him be very respectful. So I'm not going to speak.
And I can be an asshole.
Now, he has also called people idiots.
With good reason most of the time.
That I don't like.
Then don't watch.
But at the end of the day, Haunted Nights is a good group. They have tours, they have bookings, they have videos, and they're good guys. I know them personally.
That's your argument in the defense. I know them personally. They do bookings, they do tours, they do events. That's your argument on a video that they weren't unhappy with. You have based all of this on a video that somebody wasn't even dissatisfied with, that have gone, hey, you've got a point. By the way, for the next 3 videos, we've already recorded them. DR60 is used. After that, take another look at us because we're going to use different devices. I think everyone learned something there. So what the fuck is the point of your video? Why are you all over social media in an echo chamber with the paranormal demon petter calling me out when I haven't touched your channel and I haven't done hers other than once? So let me, let's get on to this paranormal patch bullshit. All over Twitter, but it's only 2 people liking and commenting back. It's him and her. Well done, you're in an echo chamber. So on his own channel, he's put, yep, he blocked me one day because I called him out in his own live chat, as is my right. I walked right into the lion's den with no F's given. Oh, you're hard. You turned up in my live stream to call me out from behind a keyboard on the other side of the world, quaking in my fucking boots. Walked into the lion's den. You put text in a text chat and got chewed out for it. Put yourself in the lion's den. Jesus. Yes, Haunted Nights bother no one, so I'm not sure on all this. His little minions over there are ridiculous, and they believe everything he says. Maybe some people just want some common sense, you know what I'm saying? Now we get into these screenshots from Twitter. Paranormal Patch. Can we get this trending again? This video was made over a year ago, and he's still at it. Why does no one care? The Laney and Ben video, the online face of bullying, where I basically pulled Laney and Ben apart for trying to make me look like... Basically, and they've atted Laney and Ben. Those pair don't get any sway anymore. They called me the online face of bullying because I kept calling them out for fakery. They came at me privately. I got blamed for giving Ben shingles, and he was attacked in the street, and it was all alluded to. It was all my fault. Nothing to do with me. They suddenly stopped when I pointed out editing flaws. And now you're atting Laney and Ben, the Paranormal Patch, who quit their channel, who quit making their ghost videos because all of the debunkers that ever looked at their channel caught them faking. I got personal with them because they were doing things behind the scenes. There were screenshots used of them saying that they were fucking with me behind the scenes. Who's the bully there? Just because I fought back doesn't make me a bully. But yep, that's where you're going. You're going to Laney and Ben. Well done. Zach Vlogs. I'll say it, it's sad that some of these creators don't stick up for themselves, they just let it go. Maybe they just haven't got the fragile little egos. I really wish everyone would man up and say something. Together we have a way bigger community than he does. Do you? If I added both of your communities together and your actual views to get nothing. You're a non-starter for me. If you're talking about the paranormal community at large on your side, you know, what I consider to be the fakers, there are far more channels and far more many people watch those channels, but they don't quite have the community vibe. You see, Twin Paranormal and all these people you at later on, they're not promoting you. They don't know who you are. All of the debunkers, well, sometimes we disagree, sometimes we agree. Do we all get along? No. But the community is shared. And we're all proud of that. I've spoke up about it and how the community needs to keep banding together to stay, you know, a community. Because nobody else has that. Talking out of your bottom, lady. Right, and then she posts, the only reason the people he makes videos on are nice in the comments is so they don't get ripped to shreds with disgusting comments on their videos. No one respects this guy's shit-ass opinion or his shit-ass community. You've come across so well there, Paranormal Patch, and your pet fucking demon. And then, the final part of that tweet, I said what I said. If you see this beardo, suck a dick. You want to complain about me being toxic and nasty and horrible, and my comment sections being toxic, nasty and horrible. Shit-ass opinion, shit-ass community, suck a dick. You've come across so well. So then Zach Vlogs has seen this Paranormal Patches things. How can we keep letting this guy get away with this shit? It's insane. At Haunted Nights, at Twin Paranormal, at Oh My Gosh, at Yasko. Well, you fucked up there because Yasko attends my lives, has a laugh, and has basically said, I've learned from you guys for entertainment at the beginning of my videos and in my description. Whoops-a-daisy. Paranormal Patch, Spirit Stalkers, James the Fam, and Rocky Foreman. How do you think Rocky Foreman is going to view that footage when he sees some little girl at a haunted location going, it's my pet demon, ooh, sick him. Rocky Foreman, or any of the Foremans, will look at that and say, that is ridiculous. That is a mocking of our belief system. You can't have a pet demon. Of course, that's going to stick up for you. You haven't added the paranormal files, but you've included his thumbnail. Colin attends my lives. Colin even watches my gaming streams. And Colin emails me now and again to see how I'm doing, because Colin understands that I've got some real life stuff going on. Me and Colin were going to meet up in London. We weren't going to film anything. We were going to have an adult conversation and have a coffee. Meet up, probably like a little fist bump, shake hands, and then have a conversation about things. Not film, not for clicks or views, and you're going to bring him into it. Oh dear. The Paranormal Patch, he's a twat. And no one cares about his bullshit opinions or his trash-ass community. That's why miserable people acting like that, nothing you can do about it. Paranormal Patch, so why did you ask me initially to come and look at your channel? You told me you could blow my mind, and you did. You blew my mind with how you thought any of that could be real. You want to shout words of toxic, nasty, bullying, etc., whilst the first thing here is, he's a twat. Trash-ass community. You seem to think you're some sort of gangster. You're not. You're a little girl. Zach Vlogs, I'm half tempted to call him out as well as some of the other debunkers. Go for it, because at least then, maybe somebody is going to watch your content. Honestly, he's a waste of time and space, don't bother. Cool. And Zach responds with, and this is telling, I'm bored. My content is going to shit right now anyway. Nothing else to do, plus it's fun, and I like helping people when they get caught out of left field from these guys. Content has gone to shit, so he's going to pick a fight. Well done. You've both come across so well. And then, the Pistol of Resistance, the Paranormal Patch. Then have at it, cry and laugh and face, drama brings views. Sorry, drama always brings views. You want to sit there accusing me of clicks and views? Paranormal Patch is all in for this because drama brings views. The sad fact is I threw that red herring out, and Zach has been all over Facebook and social medias excited that I finally got around to covering him. How sad, how pathetic that you're going to hinge your channel's revival, survival, decimation, whatever. You're going to put all of that on a little video of you sat in your car, sat in the toilet and sat in a van, calling me out and getting every argument that you lay out on the table wrong. You lie in your video. I've never used a DR60. Find a video of me with a DR60 in my hand. Find a photograph from the 90s of me with a DR60 in my hand. It doesn't exist. You're a liar. You're a fraud. And you're a liar and a fraud that's come up with liars and frauds. So to deal with the paranormal patch, I have privated the video about you. Why have I done that? Is it because I'm scared? Is it because, ooh, they may come after me? No, it's because you've had your time. I made that video. I inflated your views after you requested me to look at it, and you have behaved appallingly since. So I've made that video private because you ain't worth the skin off my shit. You don't deserve the recognition. You don't deserve me mentioning your name on my channel. You're trying to lure me into a big argument. You're trying to lure me into making more content about you. And this is the last time you two will ever get mentioned. And once this video has come out, and once I've seen your reactions on Facebook, etc., the pair of you are getting blocked off everything. I don't want you in my community. My community is full of good people. Not people calling people shit-ass hoes or whatever she said about somebody for bookmarking a tweet. Absolute ridiculous. Okay, share the screen. Zach Vlogs, 28.4 thousand subscribers. Well done, Zach. 117 views. 442 views, and that was a fraction of that before I released that red herring thumbnail. Do you know what? I'm going to keep that. I'm going to use that thumbnail anyway. 157, 172. Look at all of these premieres he's got. I imagine these are paid locations. He's clearly got a love for this. So why undermine it all with stupidity? Look at all these upcomings. The guy is still putting out content when nobody is watching. Fair play to you. Respect. Maybe you're doing this for the love of it. I don't know, because I will never, ever watch your content. But Demon. That's obviously come from an app. He's put it on the screen. But then he's pictured a demon. So let's scroll down. Like, these ain't too bad. Let's scroll down a little bit, shall we? Did you capture a shadow figure in that window at Penny Lane? I doubt it. Do ghosts appear in the daytime with Kalani Ghost Hunter? No, they don't. There's a scientist that has done a video about this saying it doesn't see cars, it doesn't see ghosts, the Tesla. It's a design flaw. It's constantly looking for people, and when you're driving around a graveyard where the headstones are shoulder-shaped, there is a design flaw in there. The thing is too sensitive. But you go a step further, you do a thumbnail where it looks like you're trying to be, oh my gosh, giving it this, with a ghost sat behind you. That didn't happen, did it? No. So did the ring bitch appear on this bridge in Indiana? Was she there? Because I don't think she was. Is the rumoured ghost there? And that's why you've put it in the thumbnail while pulling an oh my gosh face. Hospital so haunted, it's abandoned. You've got Valak in that. Was Valak there? Did Valak turn up? Because you got a big red arrow pointing to her, peek in a corner. Did that happen in your video? Did it? No. Look, Omar pulls that face in this thumbnail, and then you do it in the next one. You're copying Omar. Everything you do. Your hair, your moustache, your beard. You're like dollar store Omar. And normally I'd say there's nothing wrong with that, but your idol, he's not that great. Did you capture a shadow figure on that porch? No. Was there something in that window up there? No. Why are you dressed like Omar? Why are you dressed like Omar? Why are you pulling a face like Omar? Why are you using Omar-style thumbnails? Get an original idea. Do something for yourself. Make your content stand out. There's the Crypt Keeper. Actually, that's not the Crypt Keeper. But did you encounter that when you were trapped at a village? Were you actually trapped in a village? Was this red-eyed thing caught in that window that you've got a big red arrow pointing to? Traumatizing encounter at a haunted jail. Did the devil, Beelzebub, Satan, Lucifer himself show up in that building with a pink glow on his face? No, he did not. Did you capture a ghost in a window on this one? Did you capture a ghost on the balcony in this one? Did you capture this? Did you have a tornado? Do you see where I'm going? Did this clearly video game style ghost peek around a corner at the Rhodes Hotel? Did that happen? And look at your views. Right, what's your most popular video? 18k. 18k is your most popular video. 7.1, 4.7, 4k. You want to know why your channel is held back? Why your channel is in the shit? Your words, not mine. 28.4k subscribers, and you have never got anywhere near those views. I'm not saying that you've bought views, but that is something that I would consider being an issue here. But what's happened is you've gone out with the fam, with oh my gosh, etc, etc. You've got overinflated views from them. They've got subscribers from them, but those subscribers have never returned. Because you're not doing the hard work. You're grifting off the work of others. While you accuse me of grifting, while you accuse me of clickbaiting, while you accuse me of going for clicks and views, on everything the pair of you guys have accused me of doing, you have done. Not only have you done it, but you've done it far worse. You have based your entire paranormal content around leeching off channels bigger than you, claiming that I only attack big channels when I've covered plenty of small channels. So let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. This video is far longer than it should have been, but I've condensed everything that was 2 or 3 videos really into one. Address it all. Zach Vlogs will never feature on this channel again. Paranormal Patch will never feature on this channel again. And one final thing before I go. You trying to organise all of these people to get me shut down on Twitter, Paranormal Patch and Zach Vlogs, it's against the YouTube terms of service. You are YouTube content creators trying to organise something en masse over on Twitter. I have those screenshots. Those screenshots will be sent to a YouTube partner manager. You won't know what one of them is yet, or ever maybe. I will be forwarding them on because what you're doing is against terms of service. What you are doing is trying to organise an organised takedown of somebody's channel because you got your feelings hurt a little bit. It's sad, it's pathetic, it's idiotic, it's stupid. The arguments that you people are putting across are redundant. And for somebody like Paranormal Patch to go at me on Twitter the way she's going whilst claiming to have a paranormal demonic pet, it's laughable. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Do not go at these people. Do not go giving them shit because they are just going to screenshot and repost it. But at the end of the day, I can't control you all, and neither should I. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
When you feel like cutting down, and Beardo goes around to need a roar. Can I get a roar? Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a roar. Can I get a roar? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get her off a Beardo whenever he's live. With the tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Can I get a roar? You can get a roar. Of the day to put a smile on your face. All the fans know how much he appreciates. Raw, you can get a raw. If you're just feeling like crap, all you have to do is ask. Beardo's got your back, and just like that, you get